E2 student. He's going to be singing Romeo and Juliet, accompanying himself on guitar, but what's amazing is that he and his sister actually wrote all of the lyrics and all of the melody, and this is an original song to the age-old Shakespearean love story / tragedy / horrible, miserable ending. I give you Jonathan Meyer.
Juliet the Capulet was quite in love, 'tis true. Her problem was that Romeo was born a Montague. Their families were feuding, they were practically at war, but the lovers had decided it was not worth fighting for. They'd met at her dance party, which young Romeo had crashed. They fell in love, then Romeo and cousin Tybalt clashed. Young Romeo left the party, but he loitered round to see fair Juliet come out alone upon her balcony. Romeo, sweet Romeo, wherefore art thou, said she. I'm here below, my darling, Romeo said, please marry me. He went to Friar Lawrence, who in hopes to end the fray, agreed that he would wed the two upon the following day. Not long after the wedding, Romeo and Tybalt met. A sad event, for Tybalt was a zealous Capulet. And Tybalt was so angry at this party crashing fool, as soon as he saw Romeo, he challenged him to duel. Poor Romeo attempted to diffusing Tybalt's rage, declining to accept the duel, attempting to assuage. Alas, his friend Mercutio accepted in his place, and Tybalt killed Mercutio in front of Romeo's face. Romeo in anger ran his in-law cousin through. The Capulet was slaughtered by the vengeful Montague. So Romeo was banished by the magistrate's decree. Before the following afternoon the man would have to flee. And alas for frantic Juliet, she thought she would go mad. Her father, never dreaming of the husband that she had, arranged for her a wedding, and cause no one likes delays, decreed that she would wed a prince named Paris in 3 days. She ran to Friar Lawrence to appeal for his aid. The friar made a potion and said not to be afraid, but said to take the potion so she'd look as if she died, and when she woke her Romeo would be there at her side. So Juliet went home again to learn to her dismay. Her father had decided he would move the wedding day. The wedding was tomorrow, so to dodge the royal creep, she took the potion early and she promptly fell asleep. The friar sent a messenger to tell the banished groom that he could come retrieve his bride asleep within her tomb. And now their set of woven plans began to quickly fray. The friar's awkward messenger encountered a delay. And alas for frantic Romeo, he learned his wife had died. In anguish he decided he would die there by her side. He bought a vial of poison and he set out for her tomb. To guess that she was just asleep he never would presume. As Romeo approached the tomb he found that royal knave, that royal creep Prince Paris, scattering flowers by her grave. They promptly started dueling and Paris promptly died, and Romeo took the poison and expired by his side. Poor Juliet awoke and looked, and Romeo was dead. She ran to his poor lifeless form and cradled his dear head. She kissed the poison from his lips and licked it from the vial, then plunged his dagger through her heart to end her final trial. Capulets and Montagues discovered that their feud had caused their son and daughter to completely come unglued. But say the town is happy now, the feud has come to cease. It took a week of blood and gore, but now at last there's peace.